Hello and welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. Okay, so this is the energy forecast for the week of April 21st through April 27th. And before we get started, I want to go ahead and take three deep breaths together and do the invocation to call in the spirit team. So if you'll close your eyes and take three deep breaths with me. All right, breathe in. That's one. Breathe in. That's two. Breathe in. That's three. I now call in my angels, archangels, ascended masters, my higher self, and guardian angels to please enter this present space and time. I call upon Archangel Michael to place a bubble of protection around us. Only beings of the highest vibration of pure love and light may enter in. So be it. All right. So, looking at this week ahead, we have a few things that are actually happening today on April 20th. So, we talked about it some last week, and I did actually a special episode with the spiritual view, which I will link up here or over here, wherever it shows up above. Um, that we talked about this astrology that is affecting us over the next month. So we have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction that is happening today at 21 degrees. And so this was particularly significant for me because I have three different planets at 21 degrees. And so if you have any planets at 21 degrees, they will be impacted. And so I've got my sun at 21 degrees, Pluto at 21 degrees, and my midheaven at 21 degrees. So the sun means it impacts me personally. Pluto means it brings transformation, and then the midheaven is connected to the career. And so then when you're looking at the signs, you've got, Jupiter is about expansion. It's usually brings in abundance and luck. And so connected with, me personally, bringing transformation possibly to my career. So that's how you can see how to use those things when you're looking at your own birth charts as to how this might be impacting you. And it's usually within like 3 degrees that of that sign that you'll know that it's going to impact you. So that's one thing that's happening. And like I said, that's happening today. And because those are slower moving planets, they're going to stay conjoined for a little bit before they start breaking apart again. So this energy is going to stick with us um, for a little while still. We also moved into Taurus season today, and I'm going to read you a little bit about what that means in a minute, but I want to talk about some of the other astrology first before I get into that. And then we have on April 23rd, the full moon in Scorpio. So this is probably the biggest thing that we need to focus on this week is this full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is about intensity and depth. And so this moon asks us to put our logical minds at bay. When we analyze our feelings, we prolong them. And so we need to give space for the energy to rise up and release. And so we're really digging into that deep subconscious level when we're dealing with that Scorpio energy. I mean, it is the depths, it's the things that we hide and we don't want anybody to see. And so, what it was like, we have this habit of over analyzing, why this emotion is coming up. I definitely have this. Instead of just allowing it to flow through us. Because what's trying to happen with this energy is that you've got this stuff that's been stuffed down for, quite a while. And this energy is helping it rise to the surface. But if you're sitting here every time these things are coming up, why is this happening? Why are you like you're overthinking it instead of just letting it happen? That's what kind of keeps it stuck, keeps pushing it back down and keeps it stuck in your energy. And so, the key when we're dealing with this energy this week is, if you feel like crying, give yourself that space to cry and don't judge yourself for it. Don't think that there has to be an immediate reason in front of you right now that is causing you to cry. Because, like I said, these are emotions that are buried so far deep, you've not even wanted to look at them that are trying to come up. So don't even try to process out why is this showing up other than just knowing that this is just getting this out, getting this old energy out of our systems. Um, yeah, so the emotions are coming up from the depths to be transmuted and transformed. And I've got this quote by Carl Jung that I wanted to share. Unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others because the world outside you is only a reflection of the world inside of you. And so I was actually forced to face that truth this week because I worked again with shaman Jen Huber, and that's literally kind of what we were looking at is that the experiences that I am resisting a lot right now are really reflections that are inside of me that I don't want it to face. And so it's like when you start seeing, when you allow yourself to see those shadow sides of you, those parts that you really don't want to admit exist, because like the part that we were talking about with me is that because of the way that my childhood was so confusing and unstable, that I basically, in self-preservation, like push myself out into the middle of the ocean on a rubber raft, all by myself, feeling like that was the safest space to be, and of course, being on a rubber raft in the middle of the ocean is not actually safe, and especially for a little child, which is, where I was at when I created that safe space for myself. And so, it was just, I was forced to really, um, see how I had created this external world that was representing what that internal little girl had experienced. And so that's, what we're kind of faced with this full moon energy is really facing the shadows, facing our shadow aspects, and helping to let them rise up to be seen and then transmuted and transformed into something that can actually be beneficial to us and move us forward. Okay, so I did want to talk about us moving into the Taurus season. And so, for any of my Taurus friends out there, happy birthday. Taurus goes from April 20th to May 21st. And the Taurus theme is I have. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Leonardo da Vinci. You are about to grow something from which there will be beauty and abundance. Taurus natives are ruled by Venus, the planet of loveliness and indulgence. They tend to be down to earth, but have a special eye for attractiveness and always have a need for luxury. Practical matters rule first with Taurus, taking care of the home and all of the comforts before they move on towards what they truly love, which is pondering the meaning of their fate. As spiritual masters and teachers, they never completely stray away from what is real and solid ground, yet in their own way, they can be dreamy. Sign of the gentle gardener, Taurus people take their time with feet firmly planted on the ground. They must be certain about everything before choosing what comes next. The world of Taurus is the world of the senses: foods, fabric, color, skin, and very sumptuous they are. They are fond of lovely things and place great value on money. Most Taurians only believe what they can see and touch. Yet many gurus are born under the sign of the bull, so that means they're spiritual too, but tend to be dismissive over subjects that they don't know much about. They have a conservative nature, so often must be convinced. They consider themselves realists. That said, Taurus is the sign that rules the fairy worlds, so contact with fairies or elementals is possible when this card turns up in a reading. You may have fairy dreams or even build a fairy home or garden. Sensing fairy presences is also possible. When this card shows up in a reading, money issues will have bearing on this matter, whether obvious or not so obvious. Bank accounts, counting change, accumulating funds, any matter to do with finances will come into play. It is a fortunate time to ask for a loan, a raise in pay, or to buy into stocks. It is also a good time to become involved in accounting or matters dealing with numbers and currency. The sign of Taurus symbolizes a sensuous nature, sex, food, and comforts, so a passionate lover may be on the horizon, and long and fervent lovemaking sessions may be in store. You may connect with a paramour who wishes to take care of you, or vice versa. The desire for comfort and relaxation will be a part of this relationship. This card indicates talents in the arts, especially singing and music. Taurus shares rulership with Leo over the stage, so matters involving plays, musicals, theaters, concerts, and those that are traditional, such as ballet or classical music, may have meaning now. The Taurus card corresponds to the Hierophant card in tarot. So this indicates tradition and not so much being brash, controversial, or eccentric. Taurus, of course, is bullish, so you may encounter a few stubborn or obstinate individuals. Anything offbeat won't serve you at this time. Whatever you do now will take on a practical or conservative tone. The Taurus card turning up in a spread is always a positive sign as it is highly stable and supportive. In a chart, Taurus stabilizes matters. In general, Taurus is steady and reliable and hardly ever gets upset. One cannot rile a sensuous bull too easily, but if one does, the explosive results may be unforgettable. More than anything else, the Taurus card suggests dealing with finances, capital, investments, what is bought and what is owned. This card also stands for your possessions. It's a good time to build on what you have. It is also excellent time to invest in real estate or properties. So the one thing that I was getting from that is, to use this energy. This energy is a really good energy for building new foundations. And so, like, if that's something that you're looking to invest to start something new, this is a good time. It's a very stable and grounded energy. And so I would definitely be working with that. We had the energy of Aries that gave us that drive and that passion. And I feel like that we're moving into this Taurus energy now to kind of like set the things into motion, right? We started it, now we're grounding it and creating the foundations. All right, so moving forward, we had angel numbers, sorry. All right, so the angel numbers this week, they've been pretty consistent in that it's 44s have been just very, very loud for me. So in every type of version, I've been seeing 44s, but there's been three that I've picked that have stood out the most to me. So I've got 344 is the first one. You have to be you have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. Great time to expand social circles. Career opportunities aligned with your belief systems will bring opportunity for success. So you have to put in the work was the one that was like the most resonant with me, is that just like what I was just saying with that Aries energy that gave us the ideas and the drive and the ambition. Now then it's time for the Taurus energy of doing the work and grounding it into our reality. We have the number 44. 44 represents protection, guidance, and stability. And I love that stability is like really loud right now because we're talking about the Taurus energy that has the stability, and then these 44s, that's a very stable energy. So blessings and positive energies are in your life, angelic support, and don't quit when faced with a setback. And so one of the guidance that I had gotten just about this Jupiter Uranus conjunction to be mindful about, and this is what I've been connected with right here with this, is that something may show up for you in one way, and it may look like, oh man, this is terrible. This is not the way I wanted this to go. It may look like the very thing that you wanted is being taken from you. But to not don't let that startle you. Like the unexpected part of the Uranus is that it's actually better because we're taking the Uranus, the unexpected, and combining it with that Jupiter energy of the luck and the abundance. And so, like, whatever it is, however it shows up, it may seem like it's not going to happen. It may feel like it's a bad thing when it first shows up. Something about that is that it may not feel good at first, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. That it's don't quit when faced with a setback. Don't quit when it looks like it's not going to happen. Don't quit. Don't give up on the idea just based off of what you see right here. Um, and then the other number is 144. This is an indication of peace surrounding you. And this one has been probably the loudest out of all the ones that I've been seeing. And I spoke about this one several weeks ago. 144 also represents to me like the 144,000. And so there's just a peace connected with that number in general for me. It's just reminding me, that I am part of, that ascension. That the 144,000 to me is not only 144,000 people get to experience this. It is your DNA, the activation of your DNA. That's the way that I see that. 144 also means to keep an optimistic perspective. So that's kind of going back to what I just said, um, about no matter how it's showing up, and then keep your vibration high. That's the one that, like, I think the reason why I have seen it so much is just that reminder, hey, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And so as soon as you remember who you are, you can step back into that energy of just, I am loved and supported by the universe and all that is. All right. So I'm going to pull a card from the Angel Guides deck. And then I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot to pull the spread. Let's see. All right. So what guidance angels have for us this do we need to keep in mind, as I've told you about this big energy that's coming at us, especially with that full moon in Scorpio, which I expect that to be a very emotional day. Just prepare for it. That's April 23rd. Today's the 20th. Is that Tuesday? So what do the angels want? Leave messages for our highest. So going into this week, what do the angels want us to know? Vulnerability and freedom. So that very much feels connected to that full moon in Scorpio. Vulnerability and freedom. Angels are with you now to boost your confidence because they can see how harsh some of the experiences you have endured have been. They want you to know that vulnerability gives you the chance to find strength that will bring you freedom. To move into that freedom, your angel guide is encouraging you to take some time today to connect with the parts of yourself that you love and admire. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse, but a gift. You are an emotionally connected soul, and although your recent waves of emotion may have overwhelmed you, those emotions are great reminders of how much you care about living truthfully and in a positive way. So take some time now to value the traits and quirks that make you the unique person that you are. That will allow the world to value them too. So I felt, just again, that is so connected to that full moon in Scorpio. And so prepare yourself. There's going to be some, emotions showing up with this. And it's going to feel very vulnerable, just as it's, trying to come out. but it's meant to release you from the hold that these things have had on your life up to this point and to remind you of who you really are. And like, I love that it said to focus on the things that you love about yourself. Surely we can all find things, just at least one that we can say that we love about ourselves. Because if you can point out to someone else something that you don't like about them, wouldn't that be something that's showing up in you then that you love about yourself? I would think about that. I would think about that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the spread. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to pull a 3-card spread, and this is actually a variation on the 3-card that I typically do. I got this suggestion from Kyle Gray, which is actually the author of this deck. And it's just a more dynamic way of being able to, read the 3 cards. So we're going to try that. All right, so what is going on for us this week that we need to be aware of? How is this full moon energy going to be affecting us? How can we stay stable and grounded in that Taurus energy? All right. Okay. Okay. So I had 4 cards come out. I'm going to see how to apply the 4th one in this 3-card spread. So the first card we have is the 9 of Cups, and this is the strength that we are carrying into this week. So the strength is this is a gift that is being given to us. This energy, this opportunity to be able to release these emotions is a gift. It is a gift that is going to finally free us from being able, from all the things that has been holding us back from. That has been holding a lot of our blocks is by not looking into those shadow aspects of ourselves. Okay, so the blessings of this, we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is very emotionally intelligent. He's very peaceful, and I love that the way that this card looks is that he's basically looks like he's meditating, and he's got his finger in that singing bowl. He's over by the ocean, which is just peaceful. I mean, just everything about this card screams peace to me. So the blessing in this, that once we are able to release, and have the gift of that release, is that we have peace coming in. Now the challenge, and which is also your opportunity. So we can look at the challenge as it's the obstacle that we're going to be facing this week, but then it is also a way of our place that we're able to grow. And so the challenge this week is the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is about deception. It's about secrets. It's very sneaky energy. So, and it's hidden under the moon here. So we're going to look closer into that, but then we also had the 4 of Cups coming out. And so, okay. All right. So I think that these cards are actually supposed to be together as the challenge and opportunity here. So I think that the deception here is, like I told you before, is that it's not going to look like that, when it first shows up. It doesn't feel like a gift. It doesn't feel like a gift when it shows up. This is the thing. It is the opportunity that is the blessing in disguise. Okay, so let me just look. Tell me a little bit more about the 7 of Swords. What is the deception here? We have the Chariot, Justice, and the Queen of Wands. So these two cards right here are about victory, about making things right. I just see victory in this. And then, the Queen of Wands is a success. And so I do feel like that the secret is that you don't know. You don't know that this is coming. That you still, because you're looking over here and this all looks empty. These do not look like great opportunities, right? But right here, behind your back, over to the side here, you have this amazing opportunity that's coming in. That's the secret, is that victory is coming. You have this success, this Queen of Wands success. We have the Chariot is victory and justice. It's being able to force things into the direction you want them to go. Okay, so this is great news. What is your best move forward this week? Got the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Star. That is beautiful energy. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is go after the thing. Go after the thing that lights you up and inspires you. Get excited about something again. Start something new that is just for you, just for your joy, just for the fun of it. The Ace of Cups is this is a new connection, but I just see this as just allowing yourself to be open, opening up your heart space, just really following again what lights you up. And then we have the Star. This is a very healing energy. This is about putting your wishes out there and knowing that they're going to be granted. This is the wish granted card. All right, so what does this situation look like in 1 week? Which I want to say that oh no, I've got Cancer and Libra are the signs that I've seen come out. Oh, Aquarius. Okay, I was wrong. All right, so what does this look like in a week? We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I love this. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity coming in. So this is the thing that you don't see coming. And the Two of Pentacles is, I think that you're going to have to make a decision. I don't think, because again, you're not seeing this coming. So I think you're going to have to figure out how to fit this into your life, but just know that it is bringing success. And this is public success. This is like almost fame. And like, I'm loving that that's coming with this energy too. So, I mean, whatever it is, this is huge success. This isn't just minor success. Um, all right, so I'm going to close this out by pulling a card from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. So, what guidance do we have to help bring our manifestations into reality? Imperfection. In our goal-driven world, we can seek to blame whenever things do not run smoothly. And yet it is our imperfections that make our human lives the perfect vessel for the evolution of the soul. Strive to be the best that you can be. Cherish your mistakes and those of others, and honor the learning to be found in every experience. So, imperfection. I think that you need to not just do it. Just do it. Don't worry that you're not the best out there. Don't worry that you still have plenty more to learn. Like just do it. In the practice of it, you're going to grow and get better every single day. You're not meant to be perfect. Don't let that perfectionism hold you back, because that's just another way of just procrastination. That's another form of procrastination, is perfectionism. So nobody's perfect. There's humanity in all of us. In fact, I drive myself nuts all the time about the way that my humanity shows up in these videos. And, when I'm watching the replays, I'm just, like, why did I do that? Or why can't I, just it's my humanity that is showing. That's what, I think that that's part of what is appreciated about me is that because I'm not perfect, I'm not trying to be perfect. And I think that that allows other people the opportunity to not have to be perfect too. And that they can see that they can still do a lot of great things even without being perfect. Don't let the perfectionism, hold you back from doing anything. And I think that that happens for a lot of us is that just because we haven't done it, we can't do it to the exact level that we think that it needs to be done, that we don't do anything at all. And then it doesn't get accomplished at all. All right. So I'm going to stop there. Um, I do want to share a couple of things that I've got going right now. So I have my memberships, the Twin Sisters membership and the Jen's Inner Circle membership. And so each of these, you get a monthly live session meeting with me. Plus, you get some extra exclusive offers. Like you get the extended readings that I have, and you get special discounts for personal readings too. Not on anything through Soulful Revolution, but through the things that I offer privately. Um, so I am offering something through the end of this month that anyone who signs up to either of my memberships before the end of this month, that you will get one free, one burning question reading. So this is going to be a written message reading. And so anybody, like I said, anybody who signs up to either one of my memberships before the end of this month, you will get one free reading from me. It is a one question reading. Is whatever the most pressing question that you have right now. I will pull some cards for you and then I will write it up and send you that guidance directly to your email. So if that's something that you would like to look more into, that information is down in the description box below. And I would love to connect with you more in those more focused groups. Jen's Inner Circle is more about just the spiritual path guidance. So this is more, just for anyone who wants to be a part of joining a more spiritually connected group. And then with the Twin Sisters, this is focused for the divine feminines. And so it's really meant to help give us a space to be able to talk about these connections with other like-minded people, because as I've said many times in my twin flame readings, you cannot have those conversations with just anybody. You need to have them with the people who actually know what it's like to be part of those connections and how complicated those emotions really can be. So that information is down in the description box. I'd love for you to join us. The next one, so the Jen's Inner Circle is the first Monday of the month, and the Twin Sisters is the third Monday of the month. All right. So other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you next time.